If I look like I pooed myself, I haven't, I promise. I'm nursing a super bad back. I get it, you know, once every couple of months. It's a lifelong thing. Doesn't matter what I do to fix it. So sympathise with me or laugh at me, I don't care. I've got to live with it. Is the title a little bit clickbaity? Probably yes, but before you write the video off, let me explain. Welcome back everybody, your time here is appreciated as always. So why do I say that this is detailing? And hint at the fact that perhaps some of the other videos you've seen haven't been. I think put simply, it is the kind of experience that is required to work around a car like this. Put simply, it is the knowledge required to formulate a plan and the skill required to implement that plan. This is a wire edge, so that's on a suffix plate, okay? So the one before the one we've got. Or rather the one before the one before the one that we've got. Wire edge 1.1 Fiesta gear, 33,000 miles from new, original. Largely original vehicle, but not wholly, and that's part of the problem. With some flaws that really require restoration work, and our brief is to stave off the restoration work for as long as possible. So what are we navigating with a car like this? Okay, we have some original paint, and as such you've got what, 30-year-old, let's say, put a number on it, 30-year-old paint that has been hand polished, machine polished, and washed poorly for all of that time. We have some aftermarket paint, excuse me. So we're dealing with, of course, small colour variances, some blend work, because it's been in a body shop, it's been polished and sanded in parts, so we've got holograms to varying degrees over each panel, sanding marks, flatting marks, DA marks, whatever you want to call them, and some denibbing on some dust on various panels. Because the whole vehicle has been polished, but it isn't all painted, that thin paint has been polished, and in some places to such an extent that we've already, it has already been struck through on some of the thin edges. So what most people would refer to as a burn through, actually a strike through. Too much material has been removed, so we're left in places with no clear down to the colour, or even to certain places down to the primer. Still need to polish those panels, but now we have issues that we need to navigate around. There is some rust on some of the panels. It is not bad. It will eventually need painting, but obviously what we're trying to do is just let the owner enjoy the vehicle for as long as possible before it's absolutely required. So we need to polish those panels, but we've got to be careful when polishing, because we don't want to be the one that breaks through and brings that rust to the surface, or makes where it has already broken through worse. We don't want to disturb those areas. Some panels have the ability to look awesome and other panels do not. So the detailing, the skill, if you will, is knowing how to hold back on the best panels so that we don't make them look phenomenal, thus making the other panels that can't look that good worse. So we've got to hold back on the good stuff, maybe push our luck on the bad stuff, and try and meet somewhere in the middle, making the whole vehicle from asymmetric damage and flaws, we're trying to make it symmetrically good, top to bottom, left to right, front to back. We just want to make it look like a really, really well-maintained vehicle, and that's going to take some time and some skill, some forethought and some planning. The right tools and the knowledge how to use them, okay? Detailing, not just polishing paint. A little bit more than that. So the brief for the job, in my head I would like to get to about the 75% mark, so 75% defect removal. It does not have the ability to be perfect. We've already established that. I like round numbers. 75% feels good to me. Obviously, I want to remove as little paint as possible, and ideally, to an extent, thicken it up. So the refining work will be done with primer polishes, resin-based primer polishes. I understand that it's just a finite layer, but anything is better than nothing. So we'll refine with a resin-based primer polish, and then we will probably put like a light ceramic on it. We don't need to be getting 3 to 5, 7 years. 18 months to 2 years, I would imagine, is probably going to be ample for the owner to enjoy it before he does book it in for some form of restoration work. So paint wise, polish it where it's required to get it all to about the same level, refine everything, dance around all of the strike throughs, dance around all of the rust, but get as close to those areas as we can. Don't want to disturb the decals, but still need to polish the paint near it. So that's going to be a bit of a testing period, if you will. Trims are in really good nick. The whole car is in, I think I said earlier, if I didn't, 33,000 miles from new. So the whole car is in, it's like a time capsule really. It's really, really good condition. Trims aren't that faded, but obviously we're going to be stripping it down, make better access for polishing, so while they're off, all of the hard plastic bits we'll treat with solution finish. As I say, they're not really faded, but just aesthetically they will look better and we will get longer with them then. The interior is phenomenal, except for the worst silicone-based dressing I've ever seen in my life that has been shellacked over everything. So much has been used, it looks like it's pooling in the cup holders and areas like that in the dashes, in the door pockets, and so much of it has been used, it's up the glass and on some of the fabrics. So even though the interior is in awesome condition and the vinyls and the plastics are clearly great, I've got to clean that silicone off because it's ugly, it's really, really ugly. We'll try and leave it with a nice satin finish with a water-based interior dressing. Clean the fabrics a little bit, but I don't want to introduce too much liquid because they aren't in any way sagging. The headliner, the seats, they're all in excellent condition. So APCs and cloths for the fabrics, APCs and brushes. For the fabrics, APCs, brushes for the fabric, for the plastics and the vinyls. Probably need a solvent to clean the glass initially, and then we can move on to your standard glass polishes. Wheels will be staying in place. They're in excellent condition. Obviously they will be cleaned when the vehicle is cleaned, and then we'll just put a sealant on the faces of those. Just make further cleaning super easy. It's what it's really all about, isn't it? Front lights are fine, rear lights will need polishing. Excuse me, crisps repeating on me. The rear lights will need polishing because they're a little bit swirly. And then ideally I'm going to get underneath, although the whole thing has been wax oiled or undersealed, whatever system they've used, there is still some bare metal underneath, exhaust, back boxes, that kind of stuff. I would like to treat those with some Atomac from Built Hammer, and then get the owner to buy some and continue using that, because I think products like that on vehicles like this are completely invaluable. So this is that weird type of work where, being quite frank, it's not very profitable, because we spend more time than you would on a regular vehicle, but it is very rewarding to take a vehicle that is a little bit rough around the edges, but you know underneath is a really, really good example, and then we get to keep that on the road and be a part of its story and its history. Owners of vehicles like this, they're not in it for the money. You know, it probably is appreciating now. The reality is they're in it for the love, the car people. If you ever see somebody in a vehicle like this, either driving down the road or stopped at a shop, give them a wave or go and speak to them. They want to tell you all about the cars. They just want people to speak to them because they love them so much. And for me, being able to be a part of that it's just awesome, you know. So yeah, sit back, get a drink. I'm going to try to condense the work a little bit. I'm going to try and not focus too much on one thing because there's a lot to get on. So we'll try and film a bit of everything. More interior work than I would normally show you. If you can't tell yet, I am nursing a very, very bad back. So please don't laugh. You're all going to hell if you do. So sit back, relax, enjoy. Something a little different for you, something a little bit more in depth, slightly different workflow, should make for a good video. I hope the final walk around will look awesome. Okay, I will see you soon.
Say you love me, say it like you mean it. 'Cause lately I've been wondering if we should be together. Tell me how you feel, it's now or never, now or never. But you're yelling at me for something I didn't even do, making it so hard for me, and I think I need a vacation. 'Cause all we ever do now is complaining, and I've been getting tired of it lately. Oh, feels like we're battling. Maybe it's better if we're on our own. Take it back to when it was you and me in the sheets. I don't wanna go, I don't wanna go. But you're yelling at me for something I didn't even do, making it so hard for me, and I think I need a vacation. 'Cause all we ever do now is complaining, and I've been getting tired of it lately. Oh, feels like we're battling. Maybe it's better if we're on our own. I need a vacation, 'cause all we ever do now is complaining, and I've been getting tired of it lately. Oh, feels like we're battling. Maybe it's better if we're on our own.
Okay, interior. Just about to clean off this most heinous dressing that somebody's put on these plastics and vinyls. So for reference, I've unwound the window. The manual, of course, the kids will know nothing about that. I'm going to clean it with brushes and APCs. Nothing crazy, nothing too strong. Everything seems in good nick. I just got to strip off this junk because it is horrible. I mean, it's on everything. It's on the steering wheel. Whoever's put it on wants shooting. So all that shininess has got to go. So let's get on with that right now.
20 years, excuse me, 3 people have died as a result of meeting with this ghost. These were Dr. Cutler.
So he did die. Maybe it was the
How did he die?
Maybe it's
Evan Lewis.
Maybe it's a foreboding. You could be dealing with
Okay, maybe they'll tie it together at the end.
Okay, yeah, that's it.